was watching this week's episode and I was like, oh my gosh, is this a rerun? What is going on? Is this season 4? Because they're trying to make Ezra look like the bad guy, and that's what they did in season 4, but it was just all one big trick. And now they're trying to do that again. Surely this is like an episode from season 4, right? Okay, no. So let's just say I was not loving this episode, and the main reason is because we are recycling storylines here. We have been here, we have done this, and it was all a trick the first time, and I can guarantee you it's all a trick this time. Alright, let's just start from the very beginning. So we find out that Shower Harvey, everyone's favorite person, hey, maybe you love her, you know that I don't, she has, her hands were burned, and I guess this has happened like when she was back at the dollhouse, back in season 6A, part A of this season. Honestly, I don't really care, but she's wearing gloves now, so we know that she has some injuries, whatever. So basically they spent most of this episode on 2 different storylines. One, the trying to implicate Arya and Ezra / Ezria in the murder of Charlotte, which is a total hoax and none of you should believe. And 2, Emily and what is going on with her. That is the only storyline so far in this part of the season that I care about at all, to be completely honest. You guys know I'm going to keep this completely real, and I thought about like, how am I going to do this video, because I was really upset with the episode, and I thought, well, maybe I shouldn't tell them how upset I was, but hey, this is, how I feel, and I've told you on all my videos, no matter what the show is, I'm going to tell you just exactly how I feel. So if you don't agree, it's okay. And if you hate it so much, you don't have to watch, but I have to be honest with you. So basically, I don't even want to predict who this big bad is. I don't even really know what they're calling this person. I've heard a lot of different rumors. I've heard some crazy rumors. Hopefully that isn't true, but who knows. But I'm not going to get into trying to tell you why Ezra could be the villain or why he isn't or why Arya is. They wasted a lot of time in this episode trying to make people believe that, and to me that was just such a waste of everyone's time. I stand by my statement that this should have ended. This show should have ended with the reveal of A. Whether the reveal of A was a mega popular person and made everyone happy, or if it was the CCA. I mean, I just don't see what they have left to tell us. And if you want to say, well, they want to correct the mistakes, no. They should have known from the beginning that that's what they wanted to do, and if CC was their choice and they stand by it, which that they have said they stand by it, the writers, then there shouldn't be a need for another villain. We already have A. That was the purpose of this whole series, so why do we have to have another villain who is worse than A? I just don't see any point in it at all. I'm really struggling with the show, to be completely honest. I really don't care who killed Charlotte, and I don't care if we find out. I'm just going to be real, because she was not a character that I liked, and, not that she deserved to die, but I just really don't care. So I guess we should just move on to the kind of elephant in the room, which is Spaleb, and it seems like they're definitely going there with the Spencer and Caleb relationship, and I think that is awful. And I think it's the worst for Spencer because she is still friends with Hannah. And I know that Hannah is engaged, but if you're a real friend of someone and you've been friends for years, you do not go and date or hook up with a person who they cared a lot about at one time not so long ago. I just think that's the trait of a horrible friend. If that's what ends up happening, if I were Hannah, I wouldn't keep being friends with Spencer because, who does that? I just think that's absolutely ridiculous. So we did find out that Charlotte's neck was broken, if you care, and I know some of you do, before she was pushed off the bell tower. That's coming from Lorenzo, aka Man Candy. So again, I don't know who did it, and we could sit here all day and try to figure out who did it, and we probably wouldn't even be right because it's probably someone super obvious or super lame or someone we don't even know yet. I've heard that it could possibly be someone who we haven't even met who's related to Allie, so I don't know. I feel really bad for Emily though, because it seems like every terrible thing is happening to her, and we find out that she had been taking those pills because she's undergoing some type of treatment, and she's receiving treatment at the hospital. I think the show kind of wanted to make you think that it was cancer because that new girl who works at the brew or somewhere, I guess it's the brew. Anyway, she said, she was telling her that she had cancer, so I don't know if it is cancer. I I didn't understand why her bank account was depleted, and in the books she becomes pregnant, so I didn't know if it was something related to her trying to become pregnant, which is a real far out there idea and that might not be true. I just hope whatever it is, it's something that she can be cured for and it's not mega serious. I don't even know what to think if they end up killing her off. Like, that would just be really way too upsetting. But I'm curious to see what you guys think, what you think that she is getting treatments for, why you think her bank account has been depleted, and put those ideas down below. So we get to meet the significant others. So we meet Hannah's man. I thought that Jordan was really good looking, kind of almost one of those people who's too perfect, too good to be true, but we'll see how that plays out. Of course, I don't know him yet, but he's no Caleb. I still liked her with Caleb better, but again, we just met him, so we need to give him some time and give him a chance. We also met Arya's man, Liam, who I thought I liked him less than Jordan, even though he seems fine and seems nice and everything. I will never not want her to be with Ezra, and I still feel like, you know, they will end up back together by the end of this show, and that's one of the motivators that keeps me tuning in, because I want to see them back together, because even the moments they have, which are a little bit crazy in this episode, I just still feel like the chemistry is there between both of them. So anyway, they have like a very awkward dinner with Allie, and Caleb and Jordan meet, and I'm not really sure why we needed to do that, but everyone shows up pretty much except for Ezra and Arya, and of course everyone thinks they, you know, had something to do with Charlotte's murder, or maybe Ezra knows about it. I don't know. But anyway, we find out that Emily flunked out of school at Pepperdine in California, and she's kind of confessing this to her father at his grave, and it's like a really touching moment. And I feel so bad with her with all the things she has going on, but then Shower Harvey appears in the background and kind of crashes this tender moment that we have of the show, and I'm just like, why? I don't understand what her role is. I don't understand why she's such a big character. And anyway, and basically it looks like Allie is going to tell the police that either Arya is involved with her sister's murder, or Ezra, or both of them. I don't know. And it ends with someone visiting Charlotte's grave, and this person is referred to as a sir, so we can only assume that it is the main villain. I was doing my live show and different people were telling me that, you know, Marlene is calling this person different things. I unfollowed her on Twitter, so I never look at her Twitter, to be honest, just because I think you guys know. But at one point, she was saying this was Uber A, or this is Big Bad. You guys can let me know in the comments below what she's referring to this person as. So just so that I don't get it wrong, I'll just say the main villain. So people don't yell at me in the comments like, that's not what they're, you know, what she's calling this person now. But unless the show turns around, I'm not going to be theorizing about who that person is, because I just don't see any point in it, and we probably wouldn't get it right anyway based on the previous history of the show. But anyway, if you love the episode, you are, you know, that's completely fine, and I still like you and appreciate your support of my channel, and you can leave me comments down below about why you loved it. Please, I mean, seriously, that does not bother me at all if you feel totally different than I did. If you want to attack me over it, of course that's not cool, but I don't think you guys would do that. But anyway, if you agree with me, let me know. I just want to know your thoughts, and what, I guess basically I'm really wondering what's up with Emily and what she's getting treatments for, so leave your ideas down below for that. And I have a live PLL show every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, and it's a lot of fun, and a lot of people come to them, and we have a really good conversation. So if you've never been before, I would love to see you there next week. So thank you so much for watching this episode of Kelly TV. I'll see you next time.